Hey everybody, welcome to the Sagebrush Happy Hour journal entry for July 14th, 2025. Happy Bastille Day. As you can see behind me, it's a bit breezy here, and we've got kind of dark skies and a storm trying to move in. And we'll see if we actually get anything out of that. And I apologize in advance for any wind noise on the audio in today's journal entry. I'm trying to hold it a little bit closer and keep my voice up so that we won't have too much wind interference. So the plan for today was, being Monday, is there's always stuff that needs to be taken care of. And so one of the things was that I helped the HOA out by meeting with a potential contractor to grade our roads, and we're looking for a new contractor to do the grading on our roads. And so, I'm not in the position to be the road manager anymore or the president of the HOA, but I was kind of the on-site representative and drove the guy around our roads, and so we'll see what comes out of that. But what was supposed to happen is I have been making signs for the Chili Line Depot so that we could bring customers in because their access to their business is being obstructed by road construction. And so I was putting together some signs that advertise that we have ice, and here's where you can enter to dine in, and so I was making up some signs with a vinyl cutter and spray painting the metal sign blanks so that we could mount the lettering on it, and made up some signs. And so I drove in to deliver those signs, and I talked to the owners of the Chili Line earlier in the day, and they said, "Oh yeah, we're going to bring out our loader, skid steer, and put the auger on it, and we'll put in some poles, and then we'll be able to mount those signs, and we'll be able to draw some customers in." So I get to the Chili Line, and I walk in, and the employees there are like wide-eyed and said, "You just missed it." And I went, "What happened?" And so what had happened is that Gil, who's one of the owners of the Chili Line Depot, was bringing over the aforementioned skid steer on his trailer, and the construction company, road construction company, had put in a whole bunch of new barriers. And so that when he tried to turn into the property, it basically dumped the load from the trailer, including the skid steer and a large metal galvanized water tank. And so that was a little bit upsetting to Gil. So he pulled the truck and trailer around to the back of the property, and then got the skid steer and loaded up the water tank and moved that galvanized tank to the back of the restaurant away from the road construction. And then he went out and proceeded to start removing some of the barriers that the road construction company had put in front of the business. And so one thing led to another, and so eventually the sheriff was called, and Gil was arrested. And so that was the excitement at the Chili Line. And the whole thing is basically caused by this construction company has set up the flag station right in front of the restaurant. And so all the cars that are stopped for the single lane road are stopped down the road from the restaurant, and the flag man, and where the pilot car turns around, is in front of the restaurant. And so they effectively blocked off the entire business access to the restaurant, and it's hurting business badly. And so I think it's pretty justified that the owner was a little bit upset and kind of proceeded in the manner that he proceeded. So anyway, needless to say, that kind of ruined the day's plan for posting the signs. And so I came back home, and we'll work on some more signs here at home, and hopefully we'll be able to kind of straighten this out with the construction company and the sheriffs, and hopefully everybody will be reconciled. And so that is kind of what's happening on the Mesa today. So those of you that are in Tres Piedras, of course, I'm hoping that that will give you a good explanation of why there was the traffic was backed up for 10 miles there for an hour and a half. So that's what's happening on the Mesa. Cheers, everybody.